Welcome, Vnetwork radio listeners. Welcome to another edition of Music Entertainment Talk. And today's guest is the Scots. We're so honored to have the Scots with us on today. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a relative that we're on. And make sure you share this broadcast. Once again, we want to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to the Vnetwork radio. And make sure you share this broadcast. And during the interview, we're going to be posting our telephone numbers, so you can go on and post and give us a call during the hour, and we're going to take phone calls during the programming. So we're so excited. Make sure you share this broadcast. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a relative that we are on. All right. And without further ado, we have our guests in the studio, and I tell you, they're coming out of Franklin, Virginia, and they're here with us live, and they're in the studio waiting. All right, I'm gonna bring to you the Scots. How you guys doing? God bless you.
Hello.
All
We're
right,
doing good.
All right. I'm telling you, it's a pleasure to have you both on. We got Mr. Terry Scott and Mr. Jerry Scott of the Scots. And you guys are taking the world by storm with your music. And the project is the Vision 2 project, the Scots. And that's a copy of the picture, CD cover. And I'm telling you, you guys are doing a great job in the music industry. You're topping the charts and doing wonderful work in the ministry. Let's go one by one and introduce yourself and tell us about each one of you. And we'll start with Mr. Terry Scott.
Yes, I am Terry Scott. I am the drummer and business manager for the Scots. I'm also one of the producers. I'm the one that gets on everyone's nerves, and I'm just so thankful for what God has really done and is doing with our ministry right now. I really am.
Okay, all right. And we have another gentleman here who's normally up lead up front. All right. And you want to introduce yourself? All right. Okay. And tell us about what you do.
Yeah, I'm Jerry Scott, and I am the lead singer, and we kind of share in the management. The lead singer, I write songs, and Terry and I share in the management of the Scots.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna ask you if you can move from that spot where you at, because your internet is freezing up. All right.
Your internet is freezing up, Jerry.
Yeah. All right. While he's doing that, Mr. Scott, Terry Scott, tell us a little about your group and how you all got started.
I tell this story all the time. It's become routine for me.
Right.
In 1952, my mother organized a group in her home. Of course, you know, I wasn't around. In case you were wondering at that time.
Yeah.
Neither was Jerry, but the older siblings.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, you can go ahead.
The older siblings at the time, they were pretty young, and they used to sing at the local churches, at my father's church, and we weren't doing anything but regional singing at the time. And you know, God just, in 1988, we recorded an album with, you remember Dwight Gordon that used to play guitar for the Mighty Clouds?
Mighty Clouds, right.
and the Williams brothers.
Okay.
Well, he actually produced an album for us, and we sent it out to Gloryland Records in Southern Gospel, and they liked it, and we took off from there. That's where it started.
All right, all right. And typically, what style of music, when it comes to the gospel music, what type of style do you all have when it comes down to the gospel music that you all sing?
You know, that's we actually sing mostly traditional music. But for some reason we got marketed as Southern Gospel.
Okay.
You know, Southern Gospel is white gospel or country gospel.
Yeah.
And we've just started. In fact, one of the first radio stations to start really playing our music on a regular basis, black radio stations, was yours.
All right. All right.
Yeah. So we are marketed as Southern Gospel, but we are actually really traditional.
And I want to take this opportunity. We got so many in a chat room. I want to thank Terry Donald, who's a national, international recording artist that's out there. We want to thank so many who's sending me messages in the chat room here. They're out here watching, and yeah, definitely. Terry, where have you guys traveled? Your demographics for singing?
Okay, you got a minute? Well, we have traveled really all over the United States. We've never actually worked the West Coast, but we would say from Kansas or Iowa back to Virginia, up in Maine, Florida, Texas, those areas. But we have also toured in the Republic of Czech, Helsinki, Finland, Krakow, Bielsko, and Warsaw, Poland, up in Moncton and Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, and Truro, Nova Scotia. So we've been out quite a bit.
And who inspired you all, for your music? Who inspired you? I know you have mentioned your, but who inspired you as far as other artists in the music industry?
Actually, our very first inspiration was Arthur Davis of the Salem Travelers of Chicago, Illinois.
All right.
That was our very first inspiration. And after the Salem Travelers, it was the Williams Brothers and the Jackson Southernaires.
Okay, all right.
In fact, we have actually, before we started doing a lot of writing of our own, we did a lot of recordings of the Williams Brothers.
Okay.
And Jackson Southernaires.
All right. Yeah, I want to direct some questions to Jerry, but he's not in the chat room now. So you guys have done a lot of traveling and your music, inspirational music from major artists. I think we have Jerry back in the room, and I'm gonna see if I can get him up. We just lost him again. Yep, because I wanted to ask him about his vocals and his lead vocals and who inspired him. But maybe
he's not back yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, definitely. Now, in your recording process, you guys recorded how many projects?
I think we are now up to probably 17 or 18 projects that we have done to date.
Okay. I want to get Jury. Jury just got back into the studio. I want to see if he can chime in on this interview while he has a little time. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Welcome back. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry. You're the
Thank you,
lead
sir.
vocalist for the group, and I want to see who inspired you. All right.
Um, I think what inspired me the most was the fact that I was a preacher, and that was one of the reasons that we went into the style of music that we have. Because I was a teacher, I was more into the words of the song than
Oh,
all of the other frills that other singers have. I was just making sure that the message got across. Jesus Christ.
okay. All
He's
right.
having serious internet problems.
Yeah. Yeah. He's probably having internet problems. But yeah, definitely. The creative process. Now, when you all went into the studio, I noticed that you all had a lot, like, all your family was there, and any special individuals that you wanted to acknowledge and in the studio.
Well, some that I want to acknowledge tonight that works with us in the studio.
Yeah, that worked with you all in the studio. Uh,
Well, actually, to be honest with you, most of the people that work in the studio with us also work on stage with us. One would be the longest existing member of the group that is still active and is still living is my sister Ginger.
okay.
Uh, Ginger is the alto singer on the picture that you displayed earlier. She
Uh-huh.
is the one. She's the one that is standing by me. That is
Okay.
Jerry's wife with her arm on Jerry's shoulder. But
Okay.
the one that's next to me is a sister. She
Okay.
she is an incredible alto singer. She's one of the best I've ever worked with, and I really don't even like to even go in the studio without her being in the background because
Hmm.
she is. People will they match her with you remember Gino Smith of the Gospel Keynotes?
She knows. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they said that she's the female Gino, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
All
And also Jerry's wife, Chelaba, the one that is singing the song "Be Grateful."
right. Okay.
She works in the studio. Then we have a young lady, sweet young lady that we consider like our sister by another mother.
Hmm.
Right. Her name is Tammy Little. She
Okay.
sings soprano for us. Um, I can't leave out my nephew, Carl Foreman. He's the one that's in the center of that picture that you showed. His mother used to be one of the lead singers for the group until her passing.
Okay.
And he's been there for, I know, 30 years. Great bass player, great personality. And he's the one that makes sure that the notes are on point.
All right. Hey, Terry, I want to pause for a second. We got so many recording artists who I want to just acknowledge. Mr. David Hammond, who's a recording national, international recording artist. He's out here, and he's with the Chosen Disciples. They just come out with a new project, and they're tuning in. And so many. We have Terry Donald once again, and Terry had raised a question. Said, "How long does it take for you all to write your songs?"
That is, there's not a time frame really on it. Um, Jerry is one of the songwriters, and my son is a songwriter, and we have a nephew that write. And I don't think it's a specific time frame. It's just that when the thought comes, it's just a process that Sometimes it's a short period of time. Sometimes it takes weeks or whatever. I guess whenever they feel inspired to write.
Okay. All right. And let's see if we have any other. Okay. And how has like the internet helped you all and in the process? While you thinking on that, we've got so many people chiming in, and when I'm looking up, I'm reading all the chats. We got Pastor James Harden on, who's another recording artist, and he has a wonderful group. Yeah, and so he's out there, and he says, "Hello, my brothers." Yep. So and so many others are chiming in on the live feed. Thank you so much.
Well,
Thank you all
if
of our.
you don't mind, Jerry, when Jerry was introducing himself, he never got through his introduction.
I know he think we're his internet is freezing up a little bit. Yeah, but yeah. We'll just continue on.
Okay.
During the interview. Yeah, new pearly gates. Yes, and I'm gonna just post this. Yeah, that's Mr. James Harden, Pastor James
Right.
Harden.
New
The
pearly
pearly
gates.
gates. Yes, so you
Yes.
want to make sure that you look out for their music. Also, Mr. David Hammond and the Chosen Disciples, and support. I'm telling you, we as radio stations, artists in the music industry. We've got to be able to support one another. Tell me something, and you can chime in on this. Our genre of music, we have a lot of fans, we have a lot of followers. We should be, number one when it comes down to the gospel music on the charts. One of the things that when you look at the different lives, uh, the live feeds on internets and things like that, and you count how many artists are all over the world, and you look at the numbers that they provide. Some I seen one artist, they have 1 million views. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I seen
Right.
other artists, thousands and thousands of views. And you just think all these individuals, all these views, we should be taking a country by storm in the gospel arena. Um, uh, what are your takes on that?
The road to heaven is narrow.
Yeah.
The road to destruction is broad.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people in the secular market, they are caught up in the dollars, the fame, and the fame is not as widespread in gospel as it is other genres.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why you don't see the big numbers in gospel like you do in secular.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just my opinion.
Right. And I'm telling you, I think I was trying to get Jerry back on the screen, but yeah,
You asked something about the internet, and I was going to answer that when
yeah,
you
yeah. Okay.
how the internet has changed
Yeah.
things. It is just unbelievable because when we first went on the road in the late 80s, early 90s, internet wasn't a big issue at all. Having this distribution deals with big distributing companies was big because CDs were the going thing then. Actually, to be honest with you, internet has changed the whole format of music, period. Because for one thing, the CDs are obsolete now. The internet, you can actually move your product on internet. You have now probably 50-50, if not more, when it comes to internet radio stations. So the
Right.
internet has really changed the music industry almost completely.
Right.
That's a familiar face I see over there. I just don't hear anything coming from it.
Yeah.
Is he still
Uh,
breathing?
yeah, he is. But yeah, when it comes down to the music, I think now you all have top some of the Billboard charts, or top industry charts. And tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, we've never topped Billboard,
Right. Industry
but
charts.
industry charts, we have first number one song was in June, and that was actually on Christian Voice magazine.
Okay.
But November, we had our second number one song, which was on Cashbox.
Mm-hmm.
And Cashbox is a very notable magazine that actually I think it came out in the 1940s. And it covers multi genres. So I would feel that Cashbox, charting on Cashbox means more really than the other charts. But we've charted songs for years. I think we've probably had as many as 16 or 17 songs that were in the top 100.
All right.
Yeah.
And Terry Donald again, she chimed in on the chat. Said, I believe it's because people feel that as though they can see us on Sunday morning, and they feel they should not that we should not be paid. We are not trying to be rich. We just want to be able to carry out our mission. And thank you, Terry Donald. And I think that's one of the things is that we want to definitely carry out our mission, and and I always say there's a business side, a spiritual side, and a business side to what we do. We can't travel up and down the road, and and you don't have no gas in the car.
I want to tell you something. And I'm gonna choose my words carefully.
Yeah.
I've heard so many people that did not have a problem if a country singer or R&B singer, whatever they make for what they are doing is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like gospel musicians or singers are not supposed to make any money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, money shouldn't be your priority, but you can't do anything in this world without finances.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible even states that a workman is worthy of his hire.
That's right.
So the ones that are in it just for the fame and the fortune, I don't agree with. But when you're traveling, let's say 500 miles, 1,000 miles over the weekend to go to a church to minister, you can't pull up to a gas pump and say, God bless you, and get gas. So, you have to make something for what you're doing.
That's right. Hey, I want to take this opportunity. Those of you that would like to chime in on this, we talk about the Scots and their music project. They brand new music project that they have out now, and they're topping the charts all over the world. And we're here, and we're having basic discussion. And so, if you would like to give us a call, the telephone number is on the screen: 860-461-7577 is the telephone number. We want to hear from you. If you just want to give them a call and encourage them. So many chiming in. Give us a call here at the studio and let us know. And chime in on our conversation and with the Scots and about the music industry and what they're doing in the music industry. The number again is at the studio 860-461-7577. We want to hear from you. And so many are chiming in. I can't get all the questions, so I have to just take them one by one. So we have a question in the studio about recording. What's the best option for recording? Give us some tips in recording. And I'll go to you, Terry.
Okay, I'm not sure of the question you're asking. I don't know if you're asking the format that we record it in, uh, which we record
Well, we
in
have
Pro
new
Tools.
artists. Well, this platform is here for like new artists that's out there, and they're chiming in on the chat. And one of the questions is about recording. You know, the best options for recording process. Taking you some of the steps in the recording process.
Okay, well, for one thing, I was mentioning the fact that we do record in Pro Tools. That's first. And our process, what we actually do when we land the foundation for music, we normally start with the drums, the bass, and one basic keyboard, like maybe a piano. And then we start building from there. We'll bring in guitar players and strings or organ or whatever. And then we lay down the background tracks, and we normally stack it either 2 or 3 times. And we get all of that done before we ever start working on the lead tracks. I don't know if that answered your question or not, but that is a process that we do.
All right, all right, all
I hope
right.
that answered. I hope that answered what they were asking.
Okay, all right. Yes, yes. Um, yeah, we got so many, and we want to thank so many for tuning in. I believe Doc Howard is on the chat.
Dr.
He said
Bradford
Doc
Howard.
is here for support.
Oh
Thank-
man, Dr. Bradford Howard. Yes.
yeah, the Doc
Yes.
says that the Scots are great.
Well, thank you, Doc. And Doc says, when Doc says it's final, you know.
All right. I think Doc has called me on my direct line. All right.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Dr. Bradford Howard Jr.? How are you?
Hey, the living legend from Florida is calling up to tell the whole world nobody's better than the Scots.
All right.
Oh wow. Now, he's taking it a little too far, but hey.
All right.
Thank you, sir. But no, God gets the glory.
And you know, your station deals with a lot of folks, and you couldn't have a better group. And I just call in to let the Scots know how proud I am of them. Probably their biggest fan, biggest supporter. And just got off the phone talking to folks across the West Coast about them. So
all right.
I'm not going to stay on long. Right. Hey, keep up the great work with Vnetwork and having people like the Scots. It just makes the station even better. Scots, be good. You're fabulous. The Doc says, hey.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Hey, that's a great guy. I have nothing but admiration for him. He's a wonderful guy. He's done so much for us in a short period of time. Mm-hmm. You know, with the TV, playing our videos on the TV shows, getting us to, I guess it was probably close to 100 different radio stations, syndicated networks. He's really been a blessing.
Yes.
Really, yes.
And one of our viewers is asking in the chat room, how can we get your music? Where can we find your music?
Well, actually, you can just look up Scott's on if you are connected with Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, all of those platforms. We actually have quite a few songs on it, but the 2 #1 songs that we put out, The Greatest Gift of All, the last one, Hear My Voice, and our new single, Nobody Can Do It Like the Lord, are all on those digital platforms.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna put up the cover in the chat room, and that's one of the covers, the Scots Vision 2 project. And yeah, you can go out to the digital downloads and go get the music. Also, They have a new song. Nobody can do it like the Lord. All right, you can go to Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and the information and more information www.thescottsministries.com, or you can send an email out to Mr. Terry Scott, drummer twin 2 at gmail.com. And please request the songs. Yes, that's the songs. Nobody can do it like the Lord. I'm telling you, and that has been blown up all over the country. I mean,
man, praise
from
God.
the East Coast to the West Coast, North and
Yes.
South. And that's one of our favorites here. And I'm telling you, it's so great. We've been getting so many requests in for your music. And so it's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now,
go ahead, because I wanted to say something when you were talking about that.
Go ahead.
It's amazing. It's amazing how, you can be whatever you choose to be. All you have to do is first put God first, trust Him, have faith, and believe.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry lives in Atlanta.
All right.
Okay, that's a big music area where he lives. All right. I don't live in New York. I don't live in Dallas. I don't live in Chicago or LA. I live in a little town, Franklin, Virginia, population maybe around 10 or 12,000 people.
Okay.
But God has chosen to take my family from this small area and just let us be known all over the world, has spread our ministry. And I'm just thankful, and I hope it inspires someone else that, no matter what you are or what someone else says that you can or can't do, trust God, put Him first, have faith, and you can be whatever you choose to be.
That's right.
Yeah. But I'm sorry I interrupted. It was a question that you were going to
ask. That's okay. We're here. I wanted to talk to Jerry, but we're still trying to get Jerry back into the studio. All right. But he's here. He's here with us. And so we want to thank you, Jerry, for being here with us and taking your time out. We definitely, love the lead vocals, and when we get a chance, we're going to come back with you, Jerry, and have an interview with you. And
I humbly apologize.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right, Jerry. Yep, is great. But yeah, we want to talk to you and talk about your lead vocals, because I got some questions for you, Jerry. And also, Jerry, Jerry plays guitar. Isn't that right, Terry? All right.
He does play guitar.
Yeah. Now, I noticed on some of your songs. Okay. Yeah, I noticed on a lot of your songs. We've heard one song that you did by, a rendition from the New Jersey Mass Choir, and tell us about that one. And I just love that one because that one's a classic.
Actually, from the Foreigners.
Yes.
The song "I Want to Know What Love Is."
Yes.
I was New Jersey Mass Choir is really where I got the idea from. It wasn't the Foreigners, even though it was a Foreigners song. I just love that song. That song, the melody of that song to me is just beautiful. And that's why I wanted to lay the tracks for that. But it was inspired by the New Jersey Mass Choir, even though the Foreigners, the soft rock group Foreigners, were the original group to record it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
In fact, that's to me, that's one of my favorite songs that we recorded.
Okay.
But are you playing it on your station?
Yeah. Huh?
Are you playing that one on your station?
Well, we reviewed that portion of that music. Yes, we reviewed that portion of music, and which is going down some of the songs that you've
Okay.
presented, and
Okay.
and there's another song that I had in review. Be Grateful. Now
Be
that one
grateful.
we've been playing. I
I
mean, just
know.
about on heavy rotation. Be Grateful, and I just love that one. And
Well, and it was ironic. May I mention your review? And
sure, sure.
it's ironic. When you reviewed it and you sent me the I guess it was a text message that you sent me with the review of
Yes.
that, and you mentioned Shelaba is Jerry's wife. She sings in the background, and that's one of a few songs that she sings for us, that she's the lead singer on. Well, the ironic thing was you compared her to Roberta Flack.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, when she was growing up, her siblings used to call her Flack.
Wow.
Because of Roberta Flack, and it was just tripped me out. And I sent that message to her, that review. I sent it to her, and she just broke out and started laughing about it. It had been a while since she had been called Flack.
Yeah.
How ironic is that? That really was.
Yeah, and I just love that song. Be Grateful. Man, I'm telling you, you sent that to me for review, and that can go out all across country, and it'll be inspired by everyone, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate that, because that was during the time of great artists like
Yes.
Roberta Flack and all of Dottie Peoples and all these different other artists that's out there, and that type of music style.
And the
A lot of
Hawkins and
times you
Love
just
Alive.
hear a lot of artists, and most artists are, their projects are pretty much, you could just listen to them and say, okay, that's them, and there's no different type of
Diversity.
styles,
Right.
in their music, and that's one thing I love about you all. Now you all have a style. You sent me a project. What's the name of it that has a little rock into it?
Oh, Roll the Stone.
Yes.
The
Oh,
song
yes,
Roll the
that's the
Stone.
one. Yep. And
Yes.
I'm telling you, and it's a different variety, and it's a twist. And I love that. We have a artist that's coming from the UK, and he gives that little flair of that little Christian rock. And I'm telling you, you need these type of songs when you're going into the different areas of the world,
Right.
because
Yes.
I remember Pastor Sean Jones. He was
Right.
down in a little country church
Right.
down in South Carolina, and he got out there, and he said, "I got this little country song." When he was singing, he said, "I got this little country song," and he hit that country song. And I'm telling you, you had mothers getting out their seat. You had
Right.
granddaddies getting out their seat, and they was up dancing. It just made them, move. That the inspiration from the music just got all into their bones.
Right.
If they had any kind of ailments, you didn't see it
Right.
that day.
But
Yeah.
you're talking about the diversity. When we go in the studio, it's a long process when we're picking songs, because we like to be very diverse
Mm-hmm.
in our music, because our audience we don't sing to one particular brand of people.
That's right.
We sing to truckers. We sing to bikers. We sing to farmers. I mean, we sing to everybody. You need to have music that's diverse enough that that something appeal to everybody. And that's
Right.
what we really try to do in our recording process.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of artists, they and that's a great tip, for the music industry and the artists,
Right.
because a lot of artists, they're set, in one, spot, and they're like boxed. Okay. Then you have artists say, I would never do a country song, I
Oh,
would never
I'm gonna
do
go. I'm gonna go somewhere with that.
I would
May I?
never, do a Christian rock, song. I would never do
Mhm.
a Christian hip hop song. I would never go there. I would
Mhm.
never go into contemporary gospel
Mhm.
music. I would never, go into that. And and they're set in their ways. Then
Mhm.
when you have a producer, that's working on your project, say, hey, I got this song for you, I got
Mhm.
this song and this style for you, and you refuse to do the song. And and when you do that, you're refusing to have your music go across country. You're refusing to have your music go on the charts. You're refusing to make yourself better. And I want you to chime in on that.
When we started out in the late '80s, early '90s in Southern gospel, some our music back then we had steel guitars. We had a real country Southern sound. We had people in our area that saw it as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
They actually did. If I have to sound like that, I would never record. That's what we were told.
Mm.
As years passed, see what we did, we built a foundation in that genre of music.
Mm-hmm.
What we gradually did was we got away from that
Mm-hmm.
real Southern sound and came right back to what we normally do, but we were already known in that industry and we were marketed in that industry. And the
Right.
ironic thing, some of the ones that laughed when we started have come back to me in the last couple of years. Brother Scott, can you help us get over there in that market that you're in? you know, and
Yes.
I wanted the me want to remind them, why would you want to do that now when you thought it was funny in the beginning?
That's right.
Look, whatever God has for us to record, as long as He's getting the glory out of it,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do.
Definitely. Definitely. It's a tough time for musicians right now. Um,
Oh, yeah.
but tell us a little bit about what tell us something you are most excited for and about right now. When it comes down to the music industry.
What I'm excited about right now is what God has done with me personally with opening up Scott Enterprises and Media. I'm very excited about that because of the fact that I have the opportunity now to send music out to up to 1,500 radio stations. I
Mm-hmm.
have um, I have close ties with Cashbox magazine. I have close ties with Christian Voice magazine. At any given time, I have the green light to run articles in Cashbox. Um, I have been blessed to promote Greg Kelly, which his song Prodigal Son. I got a phone call yesterday that Greg Kelly, Prodigal Son, is number 10 on Cashbox magazine.
Now, is that the Greg Kelly that sang with Slim and the Supreme
That is
Angels
a
back in the day?
Greg Kelly that sang with Slim and the Supreme Angels.
All
Yes,
right, all
sir.
right. Yes,
Greg
yes.
Kelly has a top 10 song in Southern
Yeah.
Gospel,
All right.
Prodigal Son,
Yes.
on Cashbox Magazine.
And I just want to say, I just wanted to throw that out there to our viewers, and let our viewers know, hey, definitely we've been playing Greg Kelly's music, and I'm telling you, it's great, wonderful. You know,
Yes,
and Greg's got that unique voice. You
yes, he
know,
does.
he's got that unique voice that touches the heart, and I'm telling you, it is so wonderful.
But I
And
have another one. I have
okay.
another one.
All right,
I
all right,
have Mr. Cornelius Dwayne Watkins of the original Canton Spirituals.
all right, all right.
And the song that he has out, Thirst No More,
Yes,
another beautiful song.
yes.
Yes. In fact, you were playing that yourself, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
on heavy rotation. I'm
Oh,
telling you,
yeah. Yeah.
we definitely love Mr. Dwayne Watkins. I'm telling you it. I mean, these are artists that have been in the gospel industry for so many years and have
Mhm.
proven themselves
Right. Right.
to be a great artist. And I'm telling you, their music have been playing, and their music is being listened all over the world because we
Yeah.
have listeners all over the world,
Right.
and you have more great artists.
Sam Butler.
Oh yes, Sam Butler.
Sam
Yes.
Butler. Yes.
Now,
And that child of God that I mean he just actually released that this week. Child of God, that's another hot song. Then
yes,
I have Greg Logan that
yes.
used to be with Charles Johnson and the Revivals, and he also was with Leonard Williams, formerly of the Williams Brothers. He traveled with him for a while. And
Wow.
then but the most precious one of all
Uh-huh.
is a bishop. He's 81 years old
All right.
from this area. He had never released the radio. He'd only been in the studio once, and that was when I produced a project for him. His name is Bishop Joseph G. Sneed, Blessed Assurance,
All
which a
right.
couple of months ago, that was actually number 68 on the Christian Voice magazine chart, and I think it was number 73 in Cashbox. You don't have him yet in rotation, but I would like to send his song to you.
Okay.
I'm very pleased with him, and I'm just thankful to God that He's opening these doors. For me, I'm not out looking for artists. I would be willing to review
Yes.
anyone, but I'm not really looking for artists. So particularly because I let God lead me in who to deal with. I'm not just out trying to get somebody's money.
Right.
I want to spread the best music, the best message, so people can be blessed by what we're doing.
All right, all right. And once again, if you want to go out and get new projects by the Scots, especially this project, nobody can do it like the Lord. You want to go to Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and most digital outlets. And if you would like to book the Scots in your area, you can book the Scots, and you can send them a email, drummer twin2 at gmail.com. And
Yeah.
also they have a website, www.thescotsministries.com, and you can go out there and take a look at the history and the music that they've presented. And that's a beautiful flyer there, wonderful flyer that
Thank
you all
you.
have there. And here's the CD project, the Scots Vision 2 project. Tell us what's in store for the Scots for future. Can we see more music coming? Can we see movies? Can we see books? Can we see?
Okay. It's ironic that you would go there. We actually did a documentary.
Mhm.
It's actually called The Call. And in that documentary, that is how I connected with Dwayne Watkins, because Dwayne Watkins, Sam Butler, the Scots and his three other artists that's in Southern Gospel are actually in that documentary. They're
Okay.
called.
All
Right.
right.
And it's actually, I think we did it in like 2018. And you could actually go to, I think it's the same iTunes and all of them, and you can actually purchase that. I don't know about movies. Um, I don't know about that. But as far as the future, at the pandemic not put brakes on everything, we were actually scheduled to go back in the studio. But and right now that's on hold because of the pandemic. Once that is over, I mean, there's no telling what we'll do. We're going to do it until God says that He's done with us, and I hope that's no time soon.
um when it comes down to what's happening now, a lot of times artists, they like to sit back, relax, and um do you think this pandemic have helped you when it comes down to creating and writing your music, and getting your music set ready to go into the studio to record?
Actually, this pandemic has been the best thing that could have happened to us
Hmm.
because the two number one songs that we have scored has been during the pandemic. As
Hmm.
far as working on music, I'm here every day. I'm working on something with the Scots or with Scotty Enterprises and Media, getting together with my son because my son is a writer. The song the first song you start playing with by us, um, "Hear My Voice."
Yes.
My son was the one that wrote that song.
Okay. All right. Good. 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 Good.
But yes, this pandemic really has really helped, and you know it has helped a lot of artists because of the fact that everything is closed down, that people are buying music, they're listening to radio, they're watching on TV. So actual ministries are really growing
Yeah.
during this period.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was trying
But
to get Jerry back in so he can chime in, but we'll get Jerry at a later time and have him come back and talk with him direct. Um, when it comes down to the music, you guys have topped some of the charts in the music industry. You guys have traveled across the world and back. What are some of the best advice that you have been given in the ministry of your music ministry?
best advice,
Yes, in the music industry.
some of the best advice that we have been given came from Mr. Jojo Wallace
All right.
of the Nightingale, of the Sensational Nightingale.
Okay.
I was, and he says it on stage, but I was backstage with him once, and we had a long conversation. And he said, son, whatever you do, if you're going to sing God's music, make sure that you are qualified to sing God's music.
Mm-hmm.
Live the life that you are singing about. He said, because you can sing a lie as well as you can tell one.
That's right.
And that stuck with me when he said that. And I watch him. This guy's in his 90s now, and he is still going strong. And to
Right.
watch, he has really inspired us. And to be honest with you, the Nightingales had a lot to do with us being where we are in Southern Gospel because Charles Johnson, when he was with the Nightingales, when he was about to go into Southern Gospel, he was the one that started influencing us to go into Southern Gospel. But as
Wow.
far as influences, I would say that Brother Joseph Wallace
All right.
was the most inspirational person of all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, when it comes down to the music, we've got so many other icons in the gospel music arena who have been inspiration, and Spencer Taylor Jr. of the Highway
Yeah,
QC.
of course.
And I was just watching, how they took their ministry to another level also. And I'm comparing, your ministry and comparing their ministry, to say that and when you mention you can take your ministry to the next level, not you personally, but God takes your ministry to the next level.
Yeah.
They was just at the White House.
And the inauguration. Yes.
Inauguration, yes.
Yes.
And matter of fact, the project will be out soon. And we'll be playing the project.
Did you hear it? Did you see it?
I saw portions of it. Yeah, I saw portions of it. Yes.
Oh man, when he sung "Hush," somebody's calling my name. Oh my God, it was absolutely beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. But comparing it, to the Scots, and then the Highway QCs, and then you got all these different artists. Then Jackson Southerneers, the Williams Brothers, all these different artists, in the industry. They've taken their music to the world, and that's what I want to congratulate the Scots on. I want to congratulate you, your brother Jerry, on the tenacity, the strive to build what you have, and I see that. And so many years, you see so many artists, and they here 1 minute, there 1 minute, and they're not continually produce new music to the world. But I want to congratulate you all on your music and what you guys are doing in the ministry. And I want to mention to all of our fans and viewers out there, if you haven't gotten the Scots projects, if you haven't gotten the Scots project, I want you to go out and purchase on iTunes, Spotify, all digital outlets, and just punch it up, the Scots, and you can get their music at one tap of a button. And I want you all to do that for me, and support the Scots and their music ministry.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
And
I appreciate you.
Yeah, and radio stations, if you haven't gotten the Scots music, I'm going to put this back up on the screen. I want you to send an email out to drummertwin2@gmail.com. I know we have many radio station owners, Rough Boys Music. If you can, Rough Boys Music in LLC, make sure you get the Scots music. All right, make sure you get the Scots music, and so many other radio stations in the Vnetwork radio circle. Make sure. And matter of fact, we just did a review on your music through DJs all nationwide. I collaborate with DJs from all over the world, and we come together, and your song was #1 pick from the Vnetwork radio when we sent in our music for charting.
Which song was it?
Well, we put Nobody Can Do.
Nobody can do like the Lord.
Yeah, do it like the Lord. Yes. And
well, God bless you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So we put that one as a #1 pick. And Beautiful Day. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Day.
Thank
you. And so we collaborate and make sure that artists know about your project. And that's one good thing about our music artists. We promote your music to other stations and say, hey, if you haven't gotten this music, you need to get this music. And like I say, we'll be coming out with the charts coming up real soon, and I'll be sharing that with our Vnetwork radio viewers and listeners that's out there. And definitely it's great. We got so many people that chiming in. Linda Sanders, another national international recording artist that's out here in the chat room. Good evening, Linda Sanders. A great, another inspiration in the gospel music industry, and she's in ministry also, and doing her thing, and who supports the V Network Radio and listens to the V Network Radio all the time. And thank you so much. And we've been playing her music out there. I'm telling you, we've got so many that love your music and requesting your music. We want you all to make sure you go out to digital downloads once again to purchase the music. Yes, and we have the Scotts here from Franklin, Virginia. And if you just tuned in, we have Mr. Terry Scott, and in the background we got Mr. Jerry Scott, and he's on standby.
He's looking around somewhere.
And he's the lead vocalist for the group, and all around guy, guitarist and ministry, and he's doing some great things. And we just love Jerry and Terry Scott, who is the now your position in the group, Terry. You're the drummer, and then you produce your music, correct?
Yes, I am the drummer, the business manager, and I am actually the main producer. I do all of the behind the scenes stuff. Jerry is the one that's out front that the bright light shines on, you know. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. I love what I do.
We just gotta get Jerry back in the studio so the lights can shine on him.
You know what? Tell him to get rid of that track phone and get a real phone.
All right, Mr. Scott. I'm gonna give you some of the final words for the broadcast and interview. What would you like to present to your fans? Is there a message you would like to present to your fans? About your music ministry.
Well, I mean, I want to say, first of all, thank you for supporting our music throughout the years. We're so grateful for that. Mm-hmm. And to let you know that we put God first in what we do. We will continue to do that. And, everyone let's unite and become one, because we are living in a time that is so divided. I just want to see everyone come together, put God first. I mean, that's the main thing. And, just continue to be blessed and continue to listen to our music.
All right.
And if you will, purchase our music on the digital platforms, if you will.
All right. Well, great. Thank you so much. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Jerry. Jerry's behind the scenes. Thank you so much, Jerry.
Excuse me, may I say one more thing? Do you mind?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for having us. You are an incredible person. You're an incredible personality. I do quite a few interviews, and I can't say that I know anyone that's a program director / owner / DJ that is as humble and has a better personality than you have. And I've said that to you. I'm not just saying that on the air. I've actually said that to you from day one when I first met you.
Yes.
So you are a blessing. I just want to thank God for you.
Thank you. And
I didn't mean to cut across you talking about Jerry, but I just wanted to add that because you deserve your props as well.
I appreciate that. And those of you that are sending me messages, I'll definitely get back to you. If you like the music, I think we're getting so many folks that's pinging me, wanting to know about the project and how to get the project. And so once again, I'm going to send out you the information. Those of you that have texted me and have written messages, Um, and I'm going to send you out the information. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I'm going to send you out the flyer. And that's the flyer there. Nobody can do it like the Lord, the Scots, and you can get their music Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and most digital outlets. And also, if you want to book the Scots, is drummer twin2 at gmail.com. All right.
Yeah.
Those of you that send me messages on my phone, that information, and I'll make sure that you get that flyer so that you can go out and purchase the music. And that's one thing about we do here at the Vnetwork Radio. We want to make sure that our world and our listeners, our listeners, our viewers, make sure they go out and listen to the music. Now, you all have video also out. And you can go out to the YouTube and take a look at the videos from the Scots. All right.
Yes.
And is there anything else you want like to say about your music?
No, you pretty much summed it up. Go to www.thescotsministers.com and actually either email us at drummertwin2@gmail.com, or they could actually call us at 757-613-0597.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, don't forget, want to thank you all for tuning in and continue to watch us each and every week here on the Vnetwork Radio as we bring to you good quality gospel artists from all over the world. And we want to take this opportunity to thank you all, Mr. Scott and the Scots, for your music. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
All
God
right.
bless.
All right. God
All right.
bless.
Right.
One of another artist that we've been pushing, and he's been nominated for Indie Music Gospel Award is Mr. Larry Hill, and he's a solo artist out of the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, and the voting starts real soon for Indie Gospel Music Awards, the S&M Indie Gospel Music Awards start February 28th through the March 28th. And you want to go out there and vote for him. And he's been nominated in 4 categories. And for Artist of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, New Artist of the Year, and Male Vocalist of the Year. So go out and support Mr. Larry Hill. And don't forget, yours truly, Don Paget. Yes, the Praise Factor Award, season 14. Our show have been nominated for the Praise Factor Award, radio show host of the year, and radio network of the year. And voting begins March 1st, real soon. Right here for Music Entertainment Industry Talk, the HOD Radio World Network Ministries with yours truly, with the Pastor D. Paget and the True Vine Church of Christ. And you want to make sure you go out to www.praisefactorawards.com and vote for us. All right. And I'm telling you, we got so many folks. And don't forget, if you want a t-shirt, get your praise on t-shirts. We have your get your praise on t-shirts. And when you're doing your workout, you can have that praise, get your praise on t-shirt, inbox me, and you can get that t-shirt. We got the hoodies, get your praise on hoodies. And so you want to make sure you get your hoodie or your t-shirt and support the Vnetwork Radio music ministry. All right. And yes, and for more information, if you want to donate to us, and you can donate at Cash App $Vnetwork Radio. All right. And that's Cash App, $V Network Radio, and you can send a generous
A
donation.
generous donation.
Yes, to help us out at $V Network Radio and Cash App. All right, and also our t-shirts are 25 with a shipping. And we'll ship it direct. During these times, shipping is costly. So you want to make sure with 25, you can support our ministry and what we're doing for the gospel music industry, bringing to good gospel music. You support us. $V Network Radio is the Cash App, and support what we're doing here. All right. And thank you all for that. And don't forget once again to download the music. All right. Thank you. And God bless you all. And we'll see you. Hey, next week we got a treat for you. Next Wednesday, we got a artist coming out of Canada that's going to be with us. And so you want to make sure you tune in to the V Network Radio. I'm telling you, we got this artist, and I'm not going to mention his name because it's kind of a secret, but it's an artist out of Canada, and we want to thank our the music recording company that set this up, and we're gonna bless you. We're gonna bless you with this artist, and I'm telling you, he is doing some great work all across the country, and we want you all to tune in. And we got other artists each and every week, and we're going to try to bring you at least 2 or 3 artists every week. We're going to try to bring you 2 or 3 artists every single week from across country, and so that we can continue this gospel music and this worldwide circle to be able to bring our music to the world. All right. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time. And we still got folks chime in. Thank you, Linda, for sending that information. $V Network Radio Cash App. All right. Yes. Thank you, Linda Sanders, for posting that. And share it. Okay. And that way, we can continue to bring some good gospel music to the world. All right. Without further ado, thank you all. And we'll see you next time. Peace. All right. All right.